Everyone knows Captain Falcon is just a better version of Ganondorf. He's faster, he's more popular, he's even more attractive. But what if I told you there's one quality of Falcon's that's actually worse than Ganon's? Smash Ultimate introduced turnaround dashes, performed by dashing in the opposite direction you are currently facing. It's slightly slower than your regular dash, but is effectively the same as facing forwards. Except for Captain Falcon. Falcon's turnaround dash is horrible. It's tied for the second slowest in the game. But more importantly, let's take a look at the animation. His model lags significantly behind his actual position. He is the only character in the game to have this sort of problem. And because of this, it takes 13 frames or nearly a quarter of a second for his foot to leave the same spot as where he began. The extra frames of vulnerability means his foot will constantly get clipped, even if he spaces his moves decently well. So when it comes to dashing away from an opponent, despite having the second fastest running speed, Falcon is effectively slower than Ganondorf and the slowest character in the game, Incineroar. This issue is so bad that Falcon mains have discovered an extremely niche technique to barely help mitigate this problem, which isn't even viable due to the precision required for something as frequent as running in the opposite direction. I guess in a twisted way, this game design makes Falcon a more aggressive character, since you are literally punished for not running into your opponent. But yeah, sometimes Captain Falcon doesn't make any sense. His up special is called the Falcon Dive despite going up. He has some weird hitboxes, and he doesn't even use his gun, even though other characters use theirs. But Falcon's broken and weird aspects allow him to perform some cursed techniques. Techniques that improve his most important attribute. But what exactly is this stat? Captain Falcon is far from a perfect character, but what he lacks in terms of defensive options, strong neutral tools, strong shield pressure, range, a normal turnaround dash, a non-linear recovery, reliable kill confirms, he more than makes up for in swag. Swag is a hidden stat in Super Smash Bros. It doesn't directly contribute to anything in any meaningful way. Captain Falcon's swag score is off the charts. Nothing screams, "I am better than you in every single way, and your existence as a human being is a complete waste of time and resources," than hitting a reverse Falcon punch off stage. Let's go over 2 of Falcon's secret techniques that will make you the coolest Captain Falcon in your neighborhood. Score! Now, that word wasn't just a random result of my nonsensical neurotic personality, but an acronym. Shield Cancel Aerial Raptor Boost. Raptor Boost on its own is a good combo tool, and if used in the air, it is Falcon's third and final spike. On Shield, however, there isn't much to talk about. But if you side B at the right distance, just before touching the ground, as a result of Falcon's cursed energy, you cancel all lag and end up with 6 frames of advantage, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but allows for some sick setups. Now, some keen Falcon-eyed viewers might know that his grab starts on frame 6, and if you have 6 frames of advantage, free grab, right? Well, Smash Ultimate isn't a huge fan of grab shenanigans because it's impossible to grab when you're plus on block. But if you are plus on block when hitting a projectile, then you can get an inescapable grab, because everybody loves projectiles, right? There are setups for this technique, but even then, it is still very difficult to pull off. But when an opponent is shielding and expecting you to have lag on your attack, the amount of aura you gain by standing directly in front of them, I would argue you won right then and there. Did I mention I go 2-2 in my locals? But speaking of unexpected movement, don't you wish you could sometimes just— Ah, no! I thought this meme was dead!
In Smash Ultimate, only 4 sorcerers are able to perform this cursed technique consistently. A no-impact land allows a sorcerer to instantly snap onto a stage's platform, with the sole exception of Minecraft Steve, of course. Simon and Richter wield this technique freely, with any platform serving as sufficient ground for its execution. Captain Falcon, however, is bound by far stricter limitations. On Town and City, in this particular stage layout, jumping and then double jumping just beneath the center platform opens the door to a no-impact landing. The window is narrow, but practice sharpens the timing into something reliable, granting access to the swaggiest combos, the deepest mind games, and movement that just looks
Sick, dude. But where else can you do this? On Battlefield, you can jump from the side platform to the top platform. Here's how to do it. Dash to the edge of the platform and release the stick so you don't fall off. Tab forward again before your dash ends to fall off the platform. Jump on the first airborne frame and double jump on the 9th frame. But maybe you don't want to perform this tech without waiting for a specific layout and without 2 frame-perfect inputs. On Yoshi's story, you can no-impact land on the side platform. But you have to be on the slope, and there are no Bible setups. So it's essentially random. These are the only scenarios in the entire game where you can no-impact land as Falcon, even on stages that aren't considered competitively legal. No, wait, I was wrong. You can practice this on a custom stage so you can be slightly more consistent at this niche, frame-perfect technique, only for your opponent to ban Town City. In a way, the ridiculous criteria of these techniques only serves to add more hype when a Captain Falcon pulls this off. You could argue that they're a microcosm for Captain Falcon. They may not be the best, they may not be viable, they may be rarely used at high levels of gameplay, they may sometimes be over the top, but damn, your swag score is off the charts.
Sean right now getting spooky.
Oh, wow, he did.
No way!
He actually sock with a Falcon punch!
So, there you have it. If you're prepared to become a Captain Falcon main, now you have a basic idea of what you're in for, and some of the tricks you need to know in order to show your moves. Huge thank you to Grace and Glory for their in-depth information on Captain Falcon. If you're interested in learning more about this character, please go and check out their channel. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and consider becoming a supporter on Ko-fi. Thanks for watching.